What's up, guys? Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is my 1979 Gibson Les Paul Standard. This is a Norlin era Gibson, and like I said, it's a 1979. Like you would see on some Norlin era Les Pauls, the lower horn has a little bit more of a point to it. But other than that, it's your standard Les Paul. They're very heavy. This one's like 10.8 pounds. When I got this guitar, it just had 30 years of somebody's caked on sweat on it. I had to put gloves on and clean it up and polished the guitar multiple times to get it to where it looks now. It's got dents, it's got scratches, it's got worn paint, and the lighting in this room right now is making it look a lot better than it really is, but we'll go over some of the wear and tear on it here in a second. But, when I got the guitar, the pickups were fried, so I had to put a set of Seymour Duncans in it, put a 59 in the neck and a JB in the bridge. Put the ones in there with the nickel covers because I wanted it to look as original as possible. The original bridge was bent on it and warped. So I upgraded that and put a Tone Pros on it. And it's got the Tone Pros bridge and tailpiece. Put the correct knobs back on it. So it looks factory again. It looks all good. We recrowned the frets on it. Still has plenty of fret life on it. Whoever owned this guitar played the shit out of it for 20, 30 years, but they weren't very heavy-handed, so they didn't eat the frets up too bad. But you can tell that it's been played because of the wear on it. Look at the neck on this thing, how the paint's just worn off of it. And it's got the volute on the back of the headstock, which is that little bump that sticks up. It's got a nice set of Gibson style Grovers somebody put on it. Even the top of the headstock's missing some paint that's worn off of it. This thing is just a road worn piece of art, and it just feels like you're putting on an old pair of socks when you pick it up. It feels so comfortable and so broke in. This wear on the back of the neck is not jewelry wear. It's not scratched off. It's just actually the paint is worn off. Some of that came off when I was cleaning the sweat off the back of the neck of it. I think that sweat was what was holding it together, and some paint came off then. You can see it's got some nicks around it, and if you go around the bottom here, the entire bottom of the guitar, the paint is worn off of it. And somebody just toured with this thing for 20 or 30 years. This isn't a weekend cover band guitar. This thing, like I said, has had the shit played out of it for 20 or 30 years. It's got a lot of buckle rash on the back. Not a lot of missing paint, just kind of indentions and like those pushed in dents, pushed in scratches. Let me pick it up here so you can see the back of it here. You can see where that paint is just worn off there. And like I said, this thing is just so awesome. Got paint worn off there, all around the edge here. And it is just, like I said, a road-worn piece of art. I love this guitar. It's probably my favorite guitar, my number one guitar that I'm playing these days. The downside of it is very heavy. This thing is almost 11 pounds. So it has a lot of weight to it, like you would see on most Norlin era Les Pauls. Norlin era's, particular era from, the 70s all the way, I think, towards the mid 80s. One thing I like about these Norlin era Les Pauls is, let me flip it around here. And no, I do not keep it in these stands. A lot of people give me a hard time about these old stands because they say this stuff wears the paint off your guitar. I just use these stands to take pictures and make videos with. I've got a rack over here I keep them in. But one thing I like about the Norlin era Les Pauls is the necks are very straight coming out of the body. They don't cock back like most Les Pauls. About every other Les Paul I've got, the neck kind of cocks backwards. But on these, it kind of goes a little bit more flat with the body. It makes the bridge a lot lower. It makes the guitar very streamlined, and it plays totally different from a normal Les Paul. You can see the aged binding on the fretboard and the body. The neck pickup in this one, the pickup ring is aged a little bit more than the bridge pickup. The bridge pickup ring actually matches the poker chip, even though the treble and rhythm is worn off of it. This is all original. So the bridge pickup ring actually matches the poker chip and the switch tip, and the neck pickup ring matches all of the aged bindings. So I'm going to change one of the other to where they match each other. I'm going to the guitar show up near Asheville here in a couple months, and you see guys up there that sell the vintage pickup rings, and I'm going to get the correct one for this thing. Both of these are, I believe, to be the original pickup rings, but I'm going to get one that is factory correct, that matches one of the two, so I can just have those matching and having it look a little bit better. But it really doesn't stand out too bad. It's really a great looking guitar. The front of it, I just polished it multiple times. Actually, I've got the polish here that I've been using. I got this from my buddy Jake. This Smith Pro Formula polish is just the best cleaner that I've found for these Les Pauls. And they work really, really great with these nitro finishes. So, yeah, there it is. This is my 1979 Gibson Les Paul Standard. Love this guitar. Wanted to share it with everybody. I've made multiple videos about this thing, and then I changed the pickups in it. And I had to make another video, and I really wasn't happy with that video. So I wanted to make this one where I could go over the guitar and give everybody a really good look at it, because this is just an awesome, beautiful piece of art. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.